he's changed his game. He's now to be feared, and Gary Anderson knows. He knows Michael Smith well. Gary Anderson knows that if Smith is on his game, Gary's got to play some sublime stuff, and of course he's capable of that.
Smith only lost 5 games throughout the season. Those 5 games were to the players playing tonight, though.
Yeah, they've the top 3 and Michael obviously being the fourth. They've generally had the beating of him, but this is a night that he can go from world class to an absolute winner. He can make a name for himself tonight. He can go down in the record books as a Premier League champion. Gary's already done it twice. Michael Smith can. He's good enough.
Great mates. Is that going to affect the way they perform tonight?
I don't think it'll affect Gary Anderson one bit. Maybe Michael Smith. He's not as experienced as Gary.
John Parton, Stuart Pye, your commentary team.
Well, how about this for a start? How about that for putting down a marker? Michael Smith with all the nerves, the adrenaline flowing, and a fantastic response from Anderson. With those 6 darts that are anything to go by, we are in for a terrific half an hour or so.
91.
From friends to foes on the big stage here at the O2 in London for a place in the final
80.
against Michael van Gerwen a little later on. First to 10 for Gary Anderson, looking for a hat-trick of Premier League titles.
96.
For Michael Smith, a night which literally could be a life-changer. John Park.
Well, yeah, it would be the biggest achievement
96.
of his life in darts so far. And I think just beating Gary, just the semi-final, would mean a lot to him at this kind of venue, and the importance
34.
of the occasion. It would mean a lot in his growth as a professional, just to win this match.
60. Michael Iroquois.
Well, Anderson may missing a trick there. Smith only with 34 on his last visit. Anderson couldn't punish. Will it matter? There's your answer. Started with a maximum, finishes off with a ton finish.
56.
And a pretty poor open from Anderson here, so door open for Smith.
58.
I was with Michael Smith on Monday afternoon for an hour or so, and he was practicing. Very cool,
100.
Very confident, very chilled about the occasion, but I'm sure the heart is pumping. He genuinely believed that he wasn't just going to beat Anderson, he was going to win the Premier League title. He's had a wow of a year so far.
139.
It's like with Michael Smith in 2018, someone has just flicked the switch, John.
86.
Well, I think it really started at the Grand Slam last November, and it was Anderson that ended his great performances
85.
there. After Michael got out to a good start and was ahead, and then Gary came to life and wasn't going to be stopped by anybody on this planet in that match.
Well, what about that?
Gary,
To leave tops, pressure on Anderson. He needs the ball.
96.
Right, the ball.
Michael Iroquois 40.
Double 10. No help. Doesn't need it.
Short in the second leg, Michael Smith.
Michael Smith has only beaten Gary Anderson once in a major TV event, and he admitted then that he should have lost, and that was all the way back night 1 of the Premier League in Dublin, you may remember. Anderson led 5-1, should have wrapped it up, but his back injury came back to haunt him.
137.
Michael Smith took full advantage to win 6 legs on the spin, and in many ways that was the catalyst for what we've seen
57
from Michael during the Premier League. Second in the table, and worthy of that.
85.
Anderson was brilliant in beating Van Gerwen a week ago in Aberdeen to make sure that he finished third.
98.
Smith determined. The buzzword will be tonight, no fear.
Well,
43.
He might not have fear, but I'm sure he has a load of respect for Anderson as a you know, as an opponent, he knows what Anderson can do. He's seen it.
90.
He's been ahead and he's lost matches where Anderson just wouldn't have it any other way. And he realizes that could happen here. He's just got to keep working, trying to suppress Anderson. And this is a perfect opportunity. A treble 19 would leave tops.
76. Gary, you require 56.
I feel this has to go for Anderson.
Game short
And
and a
it
third
does.
leg. Gary
14 darts to break straight back. The 180 proving crucial, as it did for
Gary
Smith
to
in
throw
the
first.
previous leg.
Game on.
Well, on a night like this, it's all about the will to win, having the hunger to succeed,
95.
and the desire to be champion.
Yes, and Anderson, when he's his normal self, most of the time, adversity strengthens his game within a match.
190.
High quality. Very high quality.
We see that there, answering the 180. He almost answered it. They opened the match.
45.
The man just goes berserk when confronted.
Well, now then, we see Gary Anderson miss double 12, haven't we, for a 9-darter on this Premier
60.
League
Gary
campaign.
require 46.
Could be an 11-darter here. Back-to-back 180s.
6.
Well, no harm, no foul.
Oh, come on, a 180 makes it fun, though.
Well, on demand from John
Gary got
Part.
40.
Well, the 180 did the job.
Michael, you require 36.
The double to take it.
Back-to-back 180s from
Michael
Anderson,
Smith.
but he loses the leg.
Fifth leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
Well, we've had just a mere 7 180s in 4 legs of play.
60.
Going to make a note of that leg, John. Anderson looked nailed on, didn't he, for 2-all.
85.
There's been as many 180s as there have been tons and ton 40s combined in this match. This is the standard that's been put out there.
100. $45.
4 missed darts for 2-all.
91.
Yeah, that's where the problems have been at double.
121.
The 3 of the 4 legs have been won against throw. All adds to the excitement. Michael van Gerwen will be watching,
96.
I'm sure, in the practice room behind the stage here at the O2.
Yeah, and he'd like to see this go
93.
all the way,
I've got 154.
so that whoever does come out of it is maybe worn out a bit.
80.
Well, on
Gary
target with the last one.
157.
Gary Anderson in his 6th Premier League semi-final.
97. I've got 74.
For Michael Smith, arguably the biggest night of his life.
Hey, shot the fifth leg,
4-1.
Michael Smith. Fifth leg,
And
Gary
double
to
10
throw first.
has been very kind to Michael Smith. And Gary Anderson here
100.
got to get his act together.
Yeah, he's under pressure, but you know, he has to hold his throw and realize, and he does realize, he's only down 1 break of throw.
135.
Effectively, he's got to break throw twice because Smith had
Well,
the
yes,
dart.
he does in the end, but with the length of the match, Stuart, you know,
125.
at this point, he doesn't have to think too hard, more about just getting that first break back and make a move later. And Gary Anderson's the sort of guy, he runs off 4 or 5 legs when he really gets going.
Question I was going to pose to you, will experience
123.
at the moment, Michael Smith playing with freedom.
I don't think experience wins it on the day. I think the nature of the beast, Gary Anderson, he just gets in those roles where he's just so angry, focused, whatever you want to call it. He just will not be beaten.
101.
Well,
126.
I'll refer you back to that fourth leg when Anderson hit back-to-back 180s.
86. Gary
And then
Maguire
blew it.
52.
Can't afford to blow it here, though.
Aim shot on the sixth flag. Gary
He
Anderson.
used that first dart as a marker beautifully.
Game on.
Crucial hold of throw, but that's all it is.
Well, yeah, but it could have been
93.
really bad if he'd missed it for his confidence going forward and just for the scoreline. Now, not such a bad
134.
situation. He can work hard, try and get the break back here. You know, if you're Gary Anderson, you want to be 5-5 when they have their break.
140.
The thing that Michael Smith, I think, will be pleased about the most, his first dart has been perfectly
134.
positioned most of the time in the treble 20, in the top of the bed, which is where he likes it. Anderson
58.
has lost 3 Premier League semi-finals. He's lost at this stage at the O2 for the last 2 years, beaten by Taylor and Van Gerwen.
134.
Well, he pounced on a poor score to get to 99. He'll have a chance for that break he needs back.
95. Gary Maguire 99.
They go for tops here. And another one, Gary.
59. Michael Maguire 115.
And this is where Smith needs to show that poise which he's had on so many occasions. Needs treble 20.
59.
Well,
Gary
another
Maguire 40.
Crucial stage of this semi-final.
Aim shot in a 7th flag. Gary
No
Anderson.
mistake this time from Gary Anderson.
A flag Gary to throw first. Game on.
That's when they met again a month or so ago. Anderson was all dominant, winning 7-2.
100.
Cracking semi-final. The thing that impressed me about Michael Smith was, of course, Gary Anderson is his mentor, has been for a long, long time.
140.
It's about showing the right amount of respect. I think Smith's been the first to admit in the past when he's played Anderson, he's showed him too much respect.
134.
And that's reflected in the head-to-head.
But if you go back to the earliest days of Michael Smith, he beat Gary a few times. And
123.
maybe since the friendship and the mentorship developed, maybe he's been showing him too much respect.
I think you're right.
42. Gary Maguire 138. $85.
Frustration for Anderson.
$55. Gary Maguire 53.
To level up the semi-final.
Aim shot on the A flag. Gary Anderson.
3 legs on the
Michael
spin
Michael
for
to
Anderson
throw
now.
first. Game on.
Yeah, now you get the sense that Michael Smith is under a lot of pressure just to hold his throw.
Test of character here, John.
Really needs to put in a good
134.
leg, preferably a 12, so Gary can't really do much about it. Won't be able to. If Michael gets a 12, he's clear. If not, there
86.
could be some trouble.
Yeah, lucky with the last one. Just a deflection took it out of the treble 19 into the treble 3.
96.
Perfect lie.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. And it had to be for the moment the first one went in, John. You felt that the next 2 were going to follow.
Oh, first maximum for a while.
101.
It's 4 apiece. Oh, 4 legs each, too. Symmetrical match.
140. Michael Maguire 170. $140. Gary
Yeah,
Maguire
never has any
95.
fear about leaving double 15. There's 16 scored. Is it treble 13? You missed the 25, and That could be
45.
costly. Michael Smith.
Maguire, 30.
Great on double 10. What about double 15?
A
Stuck
shot
it
and
in
a
the
knife
corner.
flag. Michael
Hits
Smith.
the front
Kevin
again.
and Gary to throw first.
Yeah, he was just being cautious not to hit the single on the first start. Adjusted perfectly to get that second one in.
95.
Big leg here before the break. Smith making his move.
140. $60.
Not enough, you feel.
Yeah, that is a really good moment now for Michael Smith to walk into him.
180, 140 in a massive leg. Quality from Smith.
100.
Anderson had a chance to go ahead for the very first time in the semi-final in that last leg.
95.
Couldn't take it, and now could find him 2 legs behind again here.
86. Michael, you require
86 from Anderson, and that's what Smith needs. Double 16.
54. Gary require 160.
He's taken out some big finishes in this Premier League.
He's going to have to hope for a miss
Michael,
if he's going to level this match
32.
here.
No score.
Wow.
Gary requires
That's a
60.
shocking development. Great opportunity to level for Gary Anderson.
40.
Well, what a chance. What a
Michael,
chance.
you require
Anderson,
32.
2 darts for 5 all. Nerves. But he gets there at the end. It took him. Discussing during the break, he's averaging 98 despite missing 11 darts at double. And that really shows you in that 10th leg, the nerves for the first time and the pressure got to Michael Smith. Missed 4 darts at 32.
11th
Anderson
leg,
had
Michael
2 darts
to
for
throw
5 all.
first.
And he
Game
felt
on.
the heat.
Well, yeah, they both showed nerves there, and that often is the case. It's contagious up there.
81.
I guess it's instinctual. You pick up on the fear of those around you, and it does happen competitively.
100.
Not every time, of course. If you're really rolling along in fine form, and you're more like a predator, then you're immune to it.
Well, Smith has been very keen to point out
140.
during this Premier League campaign that he's grown up as a man, he's grown up as a darts player, and over the next
60.
10 minutes or so we're going to find out how much, because he will feel pressure like I guess he's
100.
never felt in his career before, with what's at stake and a chance to beat Gary Anderson and go on to play Michael van
95.
Gerwen in the final of the Premier League. Is it going to be 1v2, or can Anderson come back and make it 1v3 in the final?
60.
Poor leg from the Scot.
Yeah, it needs a treble, just, well, not that
55.
treble.
Michael
Hasn't left the finish.
120.
So Michael Smith must go up 7-4, you feel. 6 starts at 120. Could be this turn, and it is.
He's on the 11th
Tops
leg.
for a
Michael
120
Smith from Gary
checkout.
to throw first.
7-4 ahead. Anderson looking from a non-finished perspective there.
Anderson looking ragged.
93.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? That's why we love this sport, because you never know what's going to happen. Anderson was magnificent a week ago in the final night
91.
of group matches when he beat Michael van Gerwen. He was at his imperious best, but 7 days later,
99.
the semi-finals here in London, it just hasn't clicked.
Well, and Michael Smith throughout the season of the Premier League, and maybe his biggest strength wasn't when he was playing his
140.
best, but when he wasn't quite playing his best, and he was able to capitalize, not squander opportunities, and get jobs
99.
done, and that's what put him into these semifinals. That ability to get by when he's not quite at his best, and he hasn't quite been at his best tonight. He's played well, yes, but think that the character Michael Smith has shown all season long is
98.
also showing
Michael,
itself
you
here.
require 90.
Well, he has played brilliantly again. For a 12-darter.
75. Gary, you require 112.
He must take this and show the threat that he is to Smith, or Smith will roll over him from here out. Crucial miss. If
60.
Smith can clean this up.
Michael,
And
you require 15.
everything we've seen this year says he can. Double 6. Double 3 again. Awkward.
9. Gary, you require 52. Yeah, you've shown the 12 flag, Gary Anderson.
Well, how important
13
is
flag,
that?
Michael, to
Now
throw
we'll
it
see.
first.
Well, that mental strength as well, I think, for Michael Smith. 4 darts missed for 8-4, but it's still very much in his hands.
85.
I feel, though, that Anderson has to take advantage here.
Well, yeah, he's at his best when he reels off
121.
a series of legs. I mean, if he could... The way I see Gary winning this match
140.
from this position is 10-7. That's how I would envision that comeback. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if Gary is to win, that's how I see it
60.
happening. Michael really needs to assert himself in this leg, take it. Just hold his throws. He'll be fine.
We're back to back 140s.
140.
Are saying that we must give him great credit
100.
after those
Michael,
4 missed darts in
136.
the last leg. John, he has responded here. Got to finish it off.
60.
A little weakness showing there, but still in a good spot.
130.
Pressure on the shot.
Was 76.
1 dart or 2 darts, Michael.
Oh, or
Might only
none.
be a dart at the ball.
54.
Well, he
Gary
didn't
required
have a dart.
86.
Oh, he went for the double 18 and double 16.
36.
Another chance that Anderson's had.
Michael, you
Yeah,
require
raw
22.
nerves are showing on both sides.
He's shown the 13 flag, Michael Smith.
Double 11,
14
not the
flag,
easiest
Gary
of doubles if
to
you're feeling a
throw
little nervy.
Game on.
Well, none of them are really, but the straight up and down, you just got to get the line right, which normally is easy, very easy.
140.
Get a bit of a jitter in you and you pull it, you push it. But not there. Michael Smith, first dart, bang in. Good sign for him.
100.
Well, shows the nerves in that last leg. Smith from 70 odd, Anderson from 80 odd. Didn't get a dart at the double,
140.
either of them.
But Michael able to regroup and pull himself
60.
together. Get it done when his mentor couldn't.
96.
Just to reiterate, the way it is, Anderson will have to break the Michael Smith throw twice.
55. Gary, you require 125. 65. 56.
Well, with
Gary
Smith.
requires 60.
Just 2 legs away. Gary has to get this, and he has to put a serious bit in the next leg. Double 10 though.
Good
job there.
Gary Anderson.
Could have got a little hairy if he
Big
went
leg Michael
inside.
to
Yeah, all 4
throw
legs
first.
since the break have gone with throw. That 10th leg for me at the moment
57.
is a game changer. It is Smith beginning to get a little tense as the winning post gets closer.
100.
Well, I think that's perfectly natural. Of course he is. It's exciting.
This is exciting.
192.
7 180s for Smith, 5 for Anderson.
192.
Yeah, and a leg, you feel that it isn't must win, but it has the feel of it for Anderson. He's really going to have to answer again. Threaten the 84 left of Smith.
60.
And Anderson blinked.
Michael, you require
Yeah, he certainly
84.
did. Gotta go 14s, double 11. We know
Shot
he's twice he's got that now under some pressure.
Let Gary to throw first.
One leg away from the biggest win of his life, Michael Smith.
100.
One leg away from playing in the biggest match of his life.
$140.
Great
Be
third
honest.
dart.
Let's be really honest here, John. There aren't many who picked Michael Smith to beat
60.
Gary Anderson. There aren't many.
Well, as you noted, Gary looked so good last week in beating MVG.
140.
He was scoring brilliantly at the start of this match. In the end, it was his old
40.
pal, Miss Doubles.
Yeah, it looks like being a third consecutive semi-final defeat at the O2 for Gary Anderson.
100.
Michael Smith deserves all the praise, all the credit. He finished second in the Premier League table.
97. Michael, you require 121.
He has played beautifully here. He's held it all together,
81.
and he's a dart away from beating Gary Anderson.
Yeah, needs a treble to leave.
100.
Okay, so some pressure on it,
Michael, you
Stuart, some
require
pressure.
40.
And
Hey,
Michael
shot.
Smith with